Okay, that was really, really, really annoying. Why does it go to that one? Go back to YouTube. Okay, there we go. There. Good lord. Okay, now we can actually start. Let me go back to the stupid thing I was watching. Here we go. Oh my god.
opportunistic. Your competitors are making actual online services, so why can't you? Well, on February 9th, 2000, Miyamoto reiterated his purpose for online gaming, but clarified that Nintendo would only pursue it if the company could fully operate a legitimate roadmap, not simply because competitors were doing so. In other words, this was Nintendo's excuse for cooking up some bullshit. And cook up some bullshit they did, because he began to broadband adaptations that hit the Japanese market on October 3rd of 2002. The biggest game that utilized the game's broadband adapter was called Fantasy Stars Online. Unlike modern RPG games that would constantly reconnect the world
Oh, hey, welcome in. Thank you. Let me just refresh my chat here. Welcome in, Master Moonstone. Yeah, I'm very quiet when I do resets if I don't have someone to talk to. But welcome in, glad you're here. If you like the lack of sound, I will just go back to listening to what I was listening to, but welcome in. Just got in from work and shoveled. I'm resetting 3DSs for a shiny starter in Heart Gold Soul Silver. 5 3DSs, and I'm getting another one tomorrow in the mail. Nice! Congrats! No, like, I'm glad you were able to find, like, decent prices for older consoles. I got all of these, like, years and years ago. Like, before 2020. I, like, collected them on and off. So, it's fun having a setup. I also have, these are risers. I just got a couple of, like, display risers on Amazon that are wooden. And I just basically take painter's tape and tape them on there. So would recommend. It's a nice setup. I'm glad you like the setup because I cannot afford capture cards for all of this. That's for sure. What model did you get? Let's see. I should have worn my other glasses. I can't see my other monitor very well. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's really awesome, and not for nothing, your setups are much better than just capture cards. It feels more authentic. Yeah, I like it a lot better. I mean, I do have capture for Switch, obviously. Like, that's better with capture card, but with handhelds, it's like, I kind of prefer I call it my shiny hunting pipe organ. It's basically like doing octaves on a piano. Ooh, gray-black N3DS LL model, nice. Those are nice. Like, the LL/XLs are really nice. I have the 2DS XLs on the top there. I like the big models. I really love the 2DSs for horde hunting, though. It's just so much nicer. Like, it just feels nicer in the hands. Plus, I can have them on the bottom like this. Ideally, we'll get a mill tank down here, but I forgot that it's one out of the horde of Tauros. So that hunt's probably going to be going on for a long time. Oh yeah, definitely like the GBA hunt era. I actually follow a lot of people online who still hunt with SPs, and they have like a controller mod, and I think that's sick. It's more fun. Like, yeah, the capture card gets good quality, but you know, I'm set up like this kind of person because I get a lot of people in these chats when I'm doing this hunt or any hunt on the 3DS. They're like, "Why don't you have capture cards?" I'm like, "Okay. Do you think I have the money for all of these to be capture cards?" And it's hard to like find places that do them now too. So I actually have 5 because this one's my homebrew machine. It lost its circle pad, so I just use it for homebrew to back up saves and stuff. But yeah, I love the little door stops. They're really comfortable too, and nice for like just taking with you somewhere. Setup is so human, it's cool. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And plus like you can see my hands. You know I'm a human being. It's like there's no way that this is like a bot just playing online, so I appreciate you, dude. But yeah, I stream hunts every Monday at the same time, so one day I will go back to BDSP and do some hunts there. I already have all the starters, so Briefcase Simulator is out of the picture, thank God. That's always like the most painful hunt, is the starter hunt, especially the later the generations go. Nice, yeah. Uh, yeah, so I stream Pokemon on Mondays. I stream other games on Fridays. I also have a shiny hunting Instagram that I post all of my shinies on. It's been around for years and years. I think I started in like 2015 or 16. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, I do shiny hunting once a week, and I am working on an edited video of a Shining Pearl Wedlock. I did try to stream that, but I'm garbage at Let's Playing. I'm not good at just commentating while I play. So that's going to be an edited video at some point. I'm excited to get that going. Do you have a Discord? Yes, I do. It's just King Note. I have a server, but it's mostly like my channel's primarily Animal Crossing. We do talk about Pokemon in that server, but it's mostly Animal Crossing. So if you're interested, feel free to add me. The icon is here. I'll put it in a chat. Definitely awesome, just like this, like the quietness. Yeah, I'm scared to try to stream music because I don't want to get copyrighted because I'm not even monetized. So I'm like, I don't want to risk anything, you know. And I just like the chill vibes too. I'm a pretty low energy person. I just like to hunt. And if someone's here for the ride, that's cool. I gotta set up like stream commands though. I haven't been streaming for, well, it's been a few months. I used to just old school hunt offline, not record anything. Which is also relaxing, but it's kind of fun having it live. Nope, and there goes one of the consoles with a red light. Good news is I have all of the chargers. Let's see. Which one is the Kind of like mid-tier one. That one should be fine. It's like you're on the ride hunting with someone. Right, exactly. It's just meant to be, hey, if you want to hunt along with me, that's chill. I'm just vibing. It's kind of like body doubling. Feels more fun to hunt with someone else. So that's what I like to do. Just chill, share my hunt. I love, like, viewers saying, oh yeah, what are you hunting? I want to know, because that's fun too. Alright, let's put Gudra back up there. There we go. But yeah, it's nice, because, like, usually if I hunt offline, obviously I have no one to talk to unless I'm on call with somebody. But it's nice to just be like, yeah, what do you hunt with me, you know? Tell me what you're going. I'm really hoping that this hunt doesn't go as long as my last one, though. I think it was like 11 phases for Slackoth. Oh my god. I was the Petalburg Woods guy for a long time, because I had a super long hunt for Shroomish, too. And I've gotten every single shiny in that area. I'm never going back. Yep. There we go. It's crazy it's been that you ran into so many of these consoles. Yeah. Well, this is, like, definitely not the first stream of this hunt. I'm still on phase 1. Like, I think I've done this, like, 3 streams or something like that. So, yeah, it definitely hasn't happened all at once. I just haven't gotten a shiny yet. But I'm not the odds, so I'm not even bothered. Like, I am a full odds hunter through and through. I don't mind doing, like, easier hunts sometimes, but it hit different when you get a full odd shiny. And we're not even to odds yet, so I've gone, like, super over odds for a lot of hunts, too, so it's just like, you know, it's RNG, you get what you get. Sometimes I get a shiny, like, disgustingly fast. Sometimes I don't. It's just the roll of the dice. Usually feel like the more consoles, the easier the shiny hunt, even with older games. Oh, for sure. I mean, that's why I do it this way. I love full odds, but I'm also impatient at the same time. So, like, maximizing how many encounters I get per second really helps. It's, like, I could never single hunt. The people who do that, I have mad respect for, because I do not have the mental energy for single hunting. Oh, dude, that's a sick shiny to get, too. Congrats on your, pink onion fairy. That's awesome. Was that in a virtual console crystal? Or was that in the original crystal? Because isn't it available in virtual console? The fastest I got a shiny, you're not gonna believe this. So, when I was going for the Hoenn starters in the remakes in Oras, I got I can't remember the exact number for Trico, but it was shiny female Trico under 100. And then I went into the grass to throw her out, and it was a shiny Wingull first encounter. I lost my mind. That was like the craziest day of my life. Like, I think I still have that recorded on my Instagram. Yeah, dude, like, it always feels like when you're like, alright, I'm prepared to hunker down, I'm gonna do a super long hunt, I don't care how long it takes, and then the shiny shows up in, like, less than 100, and you're like, what? I was not expecting that. And then when you're like, it's just a normal route Pokemon, no big deal, it takes forever. Yeah, it was super nuts. I can't even begin to describe the feeling I had when I got that first encounter Wingull after getting a super under odds female shiny Trico. Insane. Truly one of the craziest moments of my shiny hunting career. I would check, but I'm using my phone to record. My god, it was nuts. It's always the hunts that you're prepared for that the game decides to go, here you go. And it's the ones where you're like, well, that's not too bad of a percentage. It shouldn't take too long. That's exactly why I'm doing a repel trick in this game. It makes Sableye 25% instead of less. And I don't need more Zubats. I really don't. I won't be mad, right? Like, I'll take a shiny. It's a shiny. But that's like the one thing on this route that I have a million of. Which is unsurprising. It's a Zubat. I think I only have like a couple actually, so in this file specifically, I have 3 Dream Team quests that I'm almost done with. And oh my god, the amount of Zubats I have on those files. Zubats, Zigzagoons, Wurmples. It was at the point after I was done with my Shroomish hunt that I literally wonder traded away a bunch of my Wurmple line because I had too many. The hunts you expect to be short take forever, and the hunts you expect to last longer shorter than short. Exactly. Like, RNG really is, like, keeping us accountable. Like, oh, you thought? Absolutely not. You're gonna get the exact opposite of what you anticipated. And with this hunt, I'm just like, is 25%... I probably won't phase too much, and that's literally all I thought. Like, I'm not expecting it to be long or short or whatever. I just know that I won't phase as much, hopefully. And now that I've said that, I'm gonna get a million Zubats. But let's hope. I wouldn't mind getting another Aeron. I've already gotten a shiny Aeron from Hordes a long time ago, but I do love Aeron. So, and I've never gotten a shiny Abra either, so I wouldn't mind anything on this route other than Zubat. But here's hoping that we don't get too many bats. I drew a lot of shiny Zubats in the thumbnail as a joke, and I'm hoping that doesn't come back to bite me. Zubats need love too. I love Zubat, like, don't get me wrong. It's just duplicate shinies in this case. Because Crobat is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love Crobat. Crobat is one of the most badass Pokemon ever. So, I'm a fan of Zubat. It's just the phasing problem. I don't want to be here for 16 phases. Like I was with Shroomish. Yeah, exactly. If you say things, they happen. Shiny Living Dex? No. I'm just doing it for fun. Like, I'm just getting whatever I want to get. I might do that at some point, but I like things being, like, completely full odds, so I don't want even the chance of getting a shiny charm. But I do have a other save file that I kind of want to do a living dex on. So I might do it on that file. The nice thing with Homebrew on the 3DS is you save the file to the cartridge. So I have a whole bunch of save files that I can just write to any of these cartridges at any point. Which is nice, because I like having multiple playthroughs. But maybe someday. I'm not crazy enough for that yet, though. Especially, like, the legendaries. Like, any of them that were, like, event only. I'm like, what am I going to do about that in 6th gen? So I guess the full answer is maybe someday. But that's not what I'm going for right now. Oop, we almost at 4,000 for Miltank. Getting close. I will say the good part for a while, which is good because it allows me time to look and see if one of them was shiny and I didn't notice, but annoying because it takes a minute. Do you plan on streaming more throughout the week? I don't. I'm actually only streaming because I'm between jobs right now. And I am looking for like normal job. Like 2 streams a week leaves me enough time to edit videos and stuff. I do like streaming, but it's definitely not like my ultimate goal of what I want to do. I'm like extremely introverted. That's why I'm like so quiet if nobody's chatting to me. I'm not good at just yapping. It depends. Like, if I'm able to get this channel off the ground and like actually earn something from it, maybe, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen anytime soon. I have bills to pay and stuff, so... This started out as a way, like, I had to adjust the medication I take, and I had to take it at the same time every night. And this was a way for me to keep a normal schedule while I was doing that. So that's the secondary reason why I do it. I hear that. Hopefully I get to catch you while I'm at work. Looking for, currently in school. The only jobs that I really am able to do are like retail jobs, which isn't a huge deal. I've been doing retail for over 10 years. I am 32. I've been out of school for a long time. I went to school for music theory and art, so my degree is not very helpful. But I just need something part-time, because I don't live alone. My partner also works, so I just need a part-time job so I can pay for my insurance and stuff. But yeah, I'll be doing this every Monday for a while. Who knows, like, with the job coming up, I will see if I can stream, but I might have to stop streaming if I get a job. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going as long as I can with streaming, basically. Oh, security stuff. I'm not super interested in security stuff or blue collar things. I have bad knees. Like, standing is bad enough. But I'm sure there's things I can get. I've already been applying to places, so I'll be fine. But yeah, once, like, twice a week for streaming is, like, all I can really have the energy for, basically. I hope the snow's going okay for you, though. I have another friend who lives in the snowy areas, and it's been bad. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I do my best, you know? I like to be chill. I'm not, like, high energy like other YouTubers. And I kind of prefer the low energy kind of people like myself, so I try to do what I like, you know? The snow's been so bad. I'm in NYC, so it was nightmare. Oh god, no. Yeah. Yeah, like East Coast, especially Northeast, terrible. Talk to my other friend. Like I have a lot of friends on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast, uh, Northwest. Thankfully, there has been no snow here, and I feel bad for everyone with snow. But the combination of ocean and mountain kind of like prevents snow most of the time here, which I'm thankful for. But man, I've heard it's been really bad. Like my friend got his car stuck because of the snow, and he like called for roadside assistance, but thankfully he was at his place, so he basically just took a kettle and put hot water on it because it was like gonna take 5 hours for the roadside assistance. It's nuts over there, I've heard. But no, compared to where I am, yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. Absolutely. I've heard like a lot of places have been just frozen, like flash frozen kind of nonsense. Horrible. Yeah, nuts and scary. Yeah, because everyone talks about the snow, but the biggest issue is like the black ice. Black ice is the biggest issue. Like everything refreezing is what causes things to be actually dangerous. Like friends I have like in the East Coast, like this was years and years ago, but they're like, what do you mean everything shuts down when it snows over there? Because I live in the Seattle area. The hills here are so bad that there's any kind of black ice, we can't do anything. Like, nope, stores shut down, we're done. Black ice is the real problem. Because as soon as something melts and refreezes, that's when it gets dangerous. The snow itself isn't the problem, it's the melting and refreezing. Terrible. And I don't drive, my partner does. Anytime I have to walk when it's icy out, I'm like, absolutely not. No, thank you. I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna break my back. It's not gonna be good. Not good at all. And that's why if it snows and gets icy here, even with all the ice melt in the world, it's still a hill. It's still not gonna be very good to drive on. San Francisco, same thing, but it doesn't snow there nearly as much. And it doesn't snow here very much either, so... We do be getting close to odds for Miltank. I just think of the encounters as like milestones. When I was a kid, I used to be a winter person. Now I pray for spring. Same. My favorites are summer and fall. Spring is a little bit too cold for me, but I was born in Arizona, so I joke that I'm a lizard person. Like, in the winter here, I'm like, nope, heat's on. I need a sauna, I'm cold. I also have poor circulation, so I'm like, always frozen. And if it's cold enough, I'm like, I'm miserable. I can't stand the cold. Fall I like because it's not too cold yet, but it's also like, you know, Halloween and stuff. And the food and everything. So there's like these places called summer fall estates. I'm like, ah yes, my favorite. The heat for some reason feels so much nicer. Exactly. No, like people are like, but if you get too warm, you can't take off your skin. I'm like, I have never been too warm. Literally, sometimes in the summer, I'll sit out in a car waiting for somebody, and I won't notice that I'm hot until I visibly see sweat going down my arms. Yeah, fall is nice. It's not too cold. It is the perfect amount of cool temperature. Winter is straight out. I'm sure spring is better in other places, but over here in the Seattle area, spring just feels like slightly warmer winter for a long time, and it's frustrating. My dad sent me this meme of like Seattle weather once. It was hilarious. But it was basically like, oh yeah, we have winter, second winter, fall, spring. It doesn't feel like spring until like almost summer here. For me at least. But yeah, fall, right amount of cold. Winter, straight out. I'm sure spring in other places is like more pleasant, but where I live, spring is not enough. Sound like you have several forms of fall and it's Deoxys, literally. I swear to God, like the weather here is basically just like Deoxys forms of the same season. But yeah, no, like the whole period between winter and spring has like 3 different seasons in it. Oop, we are at/past odds for Miltank. And just mostly win goals. Speaking of dupes, I have a ton of. There we go. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. But that's okay, I can just quickly get that ready for its next run. Okay, we got one Moo Cow. I already counted these encounters. There we go. Now I'm caught up. More bats. Oh yeah, and I usually take a like 15 to 20 minute break, couple hours in. So at 3 p.m. my time, or the turn of the hour, I'll be going on a little bit of break to get some food. But I feel like I'm gonna go for like the full time today, which is until 5 p.m. my time, which would be 8 your time. Nice, that's cool. I'm shocked with how you're resetting so fast. Yeah, it's muscle memory. I'm really good at the shiny hunting pipe organ. I've done it a lot. Those piano labs when I was in college helped with something. One problem is the adjustment to the size of the touchscreen sometimes, but it's not too bad. I also have, so I'm doing a repel trick for Sableye, but I also have an Illuminate Pokemon in my front slot. There we go. There's first phase. A Zubat. See, this is why I shouldn't have been talking about Zubats. But I don't think I have one on this save file, so 3560. We got our green bat. You watch anything while hunting? Yeah, I'll watch, like, a YouTube video on my other monitor or something, but if I'm trying to talk to chat, I'll just put some, music on in my headphones. But my god, we got one. Now I can finally make a Phase 2 thumbnail. Yay! I do love the green on Zubat in 6th Gen, though. It looks really nice. So let's zoom in a little bit here. And get this bat. I don't think I need to do much. It's only level 12, but I will put him to sleep. This is my Smeargle trash can. I got him on Wonder Trade. I call him my rescue Smeargle. There we go. That should make it easier to catch. And I always put shinies in luxury balls, if I can. And then we're going to reset the counter for Sableye so we know what this next phase is. But I am going to back everything up too. Let me just pause Sableye. And the other counter. What do we name this dude? I'm feeling like a silly name this time. I'm going to name him Jello. Because he makes me think of like that lime Jello. And when he turns pink, he'll be strawberry Jello. Definitely want to take, evolve this guy into a Crobat. For sure. Let's see. Check this guy out. We got... There he is. There's Jello. Hardy nature. Okay, not too bad. Now let's put this guy out in a battle. Yeah, Jello, I don't know, like, I either have, like, very just super meaningful nicknames, or I do something silly. They just come to my brain. Alright, let's show Jello in the battle here. Oh, right. We have the repel up. So we'll just have to wait for the repel to run out. That's the one problem with repel hunts. But the other good news is, once I sync this guy up to my other cartridges, because they're all the same save file, all I gotta do is just set it up again. Okay. Yeah! Jello, the shiny Zubat. Very nice. Gonna do a quick moving of the party. I'll just leave it like it is for now. I think I'm doing okay on repels. Because as much as I've only used it way less on this one. I think I'm fine. So we're going to save again like 17 times, because as is tradition. And then I'm going to do the cool thing here, and we're going to start backing up the save. I like the nickname. I nickname all my Pokemon in Shinies too, because that one's picked me. Exactly. I love nicknaming all my Pokemon. There we go. Now, let's get this back to where it was. So the problem with this arm is I gotta make it back to where it previously was, and that's always a little bit weird. Good enough. Oh yeah, gotta turn all these off. And I don't save on these ones because it's literally the same save file. I'm gonna duplicate this copy to all the other saves, so I don't need to save on these ones. Thank you, Homebrew. It's funny, like, I always joke that half of my nicknames are like, oh yes, this is Adonis because of, you know, the god and whatever. And then I'm like, this one's Smoosh. Like, my shiny Gudra, on my main file, her name is Smoosh. That makes a lot of sense with the dupe saves. Yeah, because that way I don't have to, like, trade back and forth. It's so much nicer. I originally started using Homebrew because of Animal Crossing on New Leaf. But it's so useful for, like, backing up saves. Do the same with my nicknames, right? Because, like, sometimes you're like, ooh, I have one planned out in my mind, and sometimes you just look at a Pokemon and you go, you have this goofy name now, congratulations. And this might take a minute. Sometimes Homebrew is nice to me, and it doesn't crash every 2 seconds, but sometimes it's mean to me, and it crashes every 2 seconds. So, fingers crossed we don't have to, like, the crash doesn't happen 17 times. Get my music going again during this process. It's worth it, though. It takes a while, but it's worth it. Okay, get to export the save main game. And then if I hit exit, it crashed. Nice. That's how it's gonna go today, huh, Homebrew? I feel like if you don't have variety with your nicknames in, like, just a casual playthrough, it's like, what are you doing, though? Like, whatever comes to the top of your head when you see a Pokemon is the best way to nickname, I think. Unless you have, like, a specific name for a shiny that you've been thinking about for a long time, that's also valid. But just, like, you know, fun random stuff. I gotta refix these. Okay, now that I backed up this one's next. Especially with the 8 saves, it's like the most time consuming. But I'd rather do this than have one main save and trade. That would take way longer. And that way, if anything goes wrong with a singular cartridge, I always have a backup. And I can even back up these saves on my computer if I want to, which is nice. I don't do any kind of editing, though, with Pokemon saves. I just use it as a backup save. Alright, question for you. What is your favorite Pokemon? I know that can be a hard question, but I have one. And I am very indecisive, so curious. Editing feels like cheating for sure. I mean, unless it's maybe like 999 items. Yeah, like if you cheat items, sure, whatever, but I don't want to cheat like Pokemon data or anything. Like, it just feels icky. I know, I knew people back in the day that would just constantly use action replay, and I'm like, you know, with Pokemon it feels different. Like, I'm not usually a narc or anything, but especially since I full odds hunt, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get rid of the integrity of my shinies. Because, like, just having the shiny isn't the fun part, it's actually getting it. Yeah, no worries if, like, you can give, like, a top 3 or whatever, because I know that's hard. It's a hard one. Yeah, cheating in Pokemon, it feels bad, man. It feels bad. Because, like, Pokemon, yeah, sure, it's technically a single-player game, but you can also go online with it. Which is, like, a difference for me, I guess. I don't play online. I am a crazy shiny hunter. That's, like, all I do. And I do, like, challenge runs, but that's about it. I don't do competitive. I mean, with my setup here, you can probably guess some of my favorite Pokemon. Favorite type has to be Dragon for sure. Shiny Haxorus? Oh yeah. So my favorite Pokemon, which here, I gotta fix this again because it's there we go. Favorite Pokemon, Shroomish and Breloom. I got these sitting cuties for it. So I'm like that you could probably guess in my case. And then I love the Goodra line and the Pumpkaboo line. Those are like the sitting cuties that I own are all of my favorites. So obviously 3rd and 6th gen are my favorites. But yeah, like Sylveon's also really good. Xerneas is definitely my favorite legendary. I love Lugia a lot too. I think Fairy and Water are my 2 favorite types. But I like so many Pokemon. But the sitting cuties I have out are definitely my favorites. Yeah, Breloom, like, I love Breloom just because it's a cool Pokemon, but Breloom does kick ass in competitive, which is cool. It's really funny because I love Breloom just because I like that it's a mushroom dinosaur. And then Yoshi is my favorite in Mario Kart 8. I had no idea how competitive I was in that game until I realized that I was literally using the best kart and character combo, which is so funny because I just like Mr. Scooty because I think it's funny, and I like Yoshi, and it just so happened to be the best kart combo in the game, which is so funny to me. Like, I just picked these because I like them. They just happen to be good. But yeah, my shiny Breloom, the one that I caught full odds after 16 phases. God, that was like incredibly painfully long. But she's like my favorite. I love her. Her name's Amber. I have her on the save file that I'm hunting on. I can show her off. But yeah, I caught her a long time ago. But it took forever. It was like a 6-month long hunt. Because I was dumb and I started with hordes, because Shroomish is 5% hordes. And then I switched methods and I got it, but it still took a lot of phases. And of course, I left her long enough as a Shroomish to get her Spore, because duh. So, and then I got another shiny Shroomish not long after, just doing Masuda method on my main X save for fun, and I got that really quickly. And I'm like, of course. Okay, halfway done. These are a lot easier because I don't have to pull out the flap. X and Y doesn't get enough love, literally. Like, everyone that I see online kind of down talks 6th gen, and I'm like, 6th gen is my favorite. We have X and Y, which Kalos is my favorite region for sure. I'm so glad that ZA came out because I'm like, oh, I miss Kalos. And then, of course, my first Pokemon game was Sapphire. So, I love Hoenn. Hoenn's my home region. And Oras gets a lot of hate, too. I mean, I kind of get it, you know, they were pretty scummy about not putting in the Emerald content, which I don't understand. And then BDSP is like, alright, we get it. It's Pearl and Diamond. It's not Platinum, which kind of sucks. But I still like BDSP. But X and Y, top tier games. I'm a big fan. I was replaying X and Y when ZA was announced. Yeah, no, it's so fun that people went back to those games. I never left. Like, I've been shiny hunting in X and Y and Oras forever. Because it's just my favorite. I do want to do more in 3rd gen, though. Because I do have some cartridges. And I want to do more in Black and White and Black and White too, because 5th gen also kicks ass. I'm not a big fan of the newer games. I'm not really an open world game kind of person. I have no sense of direction, so it freaks me out. So I've just been like, okay, I think my time for Pokemon, like newer Pokemon, is kind of passing. ZA did so, like, I do well in ZA. ZA is great. But, like, I tried to play Violet or Scarlet. I think I did Violet. Not for me. Oras is nice. It's just missing the exactly. That's like the problem, is they didn't include the third version content. I don't know why they did that, but like then they just set the precedent with BDSP. A new playthrough with people. Ooh, that sounds terrible to me. I don't like playing games with other people. That's horrible to say, but it's true. I don't like multiplayer. And I get, like, for trading and stuff, I understand that, but like I am not someone who likes playing with people. Sword and Shield is nice for the colors and music. I do like Sword and Shield's soundtrack. I played that game once. and didn't want to play it again. Because, like, yeah, you know, shiny hunting's weird in that game because they have the overworld encounters, but they also have the tall grass and then all the other weird things going on there. Lol, like if you do a fresh start with people, yeah. I'm just not a multiplayer kind of person. Like, all the raids and stuff, I'm not at all interested in any of that. I'm too much of a, like, hermit. I like single-player games. And I'm glad people are having fun with the newer generations. I'm just grandpa. It's not my style of gameplay. I do love ZA, though. I do love ZA, though. Like, that feels like enough of a single-player campaign for me to be happy, and the shiny hunting is fun. So maybe once I finally finish that game, I'll start shiny hunting there, too. Alright, I'm really gonna have to reset these risers, aren't I? That's fine. I think, like, what I need to do to get into the game is play it as a challenge run. Because just playing the game, it's just too much for me to get invested in. I'm not a story person, which is, like, understandably the games are getting more and more story oriented, and that's totally fine, right? Like, that's what most people like. I'm weird in that. I just want to run around like the old games and go wherever I want and get lost and have fun and figure things out myself and not be stopped every 2 seconds by an NPC. Love playing the older games. Red was my first game. Yeah, nice. I miss that boat. Like, my first console was a Genesis, and it was used at the time. Hey, welcome in. We got a shiny Zubat, hence why I am on this kind of a thing. But yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like the style of the games are evolving in a way that I'm not there for, and that's fine. Most people are. I just have no sense of direction even in video games, and when people talk to me continuously, I get mad. Like, I still have not gotten past Sun and Moon because of how much the game just stops you every 2 seconds. Yes, his name is Jello. I'll show you him once we get everything finished here. We got my little man Jello. But yeah, I definitely prefer the older games. I think 8th gen is like my cutoff. Cinema's dialogue is a lot. Yeah. Like, dude, I tried so hard when it first came out, but I'm like, just let me play the game. Stop talking to me. I'm going to murder you. You know, like, that's not the kind of thing that I like. Sure, the older games have some tutorial, but it's like nowhere near as handholdy as the newer games. I feel like a joke for me is I skip every other generation. Starting with 5th gen, I was freshly 18 when that came out, so I'm Alright, let's do some moo cow while we wait. Plus, I like Legend ZA for having, like, interesting characters. I'm sure Scarlet and Violet also have interesting characters. I just am so disoriented in that game. Like, I was playing it on call with a friend, and she's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I literally don't know." Because I don't like free camera games. It freaks my brain out. I think it would be entertaining if you started recording with a GoPro attached to your head monitor. Oh my god. That would be so annoying, though, for me. Like, I would hate having something on my head other than headphones. And that would be, like, interesting, but also the camera angles would be terrible because you can't see how much I'm moving my head. Because I have to move my head over to see my counters on my other monitor. It would be blurry and terrible. The thought's funny, though. Like, I'm not looking directly at the screens the whole time. I'm looking at my other monitor for my capture. It would be very disorienting. Yeah, no. It's like, oh yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, so let me just show off Jello really quick. You can see him up in that top one there. But there he is. I'm gonna move the console up this time. And stand up. Okay, there he is. There's Jello. A beautiful boy. He is hardy. And I'll do a quick encounter with him. There we go. Yes, he is baby. I love Jello. Oh, look, normal Zubat. And there's Jello, the shiny Zubat. And the best part about the name is he can just change flavor when he becomes a Crobat, going from lime to strawberry Jello. So it doesn't matter. It's generic enough that if he changes color, it doesn't change anything else. Okay, there we go. There's Jello. Now let me adjust my chair a little bit here, because... There we go. That's better. Back for a little bit, and then at 3:30 I will go on my break for like 20 minutes. Because I gotta eat something. Oh, oops, I need to... We're going back to 8. Because we're on another phase. There we go. Strawberry Jello, my beloved, literally. Strawberry Jello's the best Jello. Cherry is also good. But he not red enough for that flavor of Jello. I gotta keep refreshing my chat because it keeps getting behind. Oh, what the hell? It didn't run on this one? Okay, I'm gonna do Moo Cow first. Now, the Miltank hunt is the one that's gonna take, like, infinitely longer. because of the small chance of getting a Miltank in a horde, but I've done crazier hunts. For a while there, I was using these guys in the Friend Safari, but I'm like, I'm kind of bored of the Friend Safari. I have a bunch of Safaris, obviously. I mean, you see all these consoles, I have all of them on their own friends lists. It's a lot of different Friend Safaris, but still. YouTube, you are literally the worst. Gonna bonk YouTube and Streamlabs if they don't start behaving for you. I know, right? There's always something. Always something. At least my mic's been okay this stream. I'm surprised the Miltank hasn't popped yet. My X versions. Usually the horde hunts pop off really fast, but not this time. I don't know. I might do like a poll or something at some point, or just spin the wheel, because honestly, anytime I do a poll on YouTube or in my Discord server, it's always a tie. So I might just have to do wheel spins to decide what to do. Speaking of, I literally have a wheel pulled up because I'm like, I need to decide what I'm doing on Friday's stream, because the polls have been very unhelpful. I might do that after break and just spin the wheel for a couple things. Miltank is apparently going to be an all-around exercise in patience. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've gone, like, what was it, 20,000, 22,000 for a starter in 6th gen? So, I'm stubborn, okay? As much as, like, I can be kind of impatient, I'm also so stubborn that I don't give up on stuff like this. I'm like, nah, you can't beat me. I will outbeat the RNG machine. And that's why I like full odds, because I'm stubborn enough to stick with it. So I'm like, I'm just doing this, it's gonna happen eventually. But yeah, Miltank's gonna be crazy. I did get a shiny Ralts in a horde once, though, which was crazy. For half a second there, I thought one of those Mareeps were pink, but no, that was just my eyes deceiving me. Let's go up. Nice. There we go. Ralts is such a good line. Seriously. Gallade is so kick-ass. I love Gardevoir. Curly and Ralts are awesome. Just all around insanely solid lineup. Plus, the shinies are so good. Like, going from that nice green to a super nice blue. God tier shinies. Truly. I'm always scared I'm gonna miss a win goal, but I also know that there's a sound cue, so... Oh yeah, I was telling Master Moonstone earlier that, remember when I got that my shiny female Trico, and I got a Wingull first encounter, like a shiny Wingull. Like, Oras has been a blessing for me, shiny hunting-wise. And X and Y. I do need to do more X and Y hunts. I think I'm torn right now, because I do have another hunt, Shinx and BDSP, which I do want to do. But also, there's so many good hunts in X and Y that I need to do, too. But I feel like I should, like, finish one and then do another one. I don't want to, like, go back and forth between a few different hunts. I want to just grind out the one I'm currently on and then do another one. It's so weird to be in the double digits in the Sableye hunt. You know, no, I still will do my break at 3. Just because I'm hungry. I didn't eat before stream because I wasn't feeling great stomach-wise, but that's chronic for me, so I gotta get something to eat. I made some chicken fajita burritos last night, so I can put one of those together. Come on. Thank you. That felt reminiscent of before I had an Illuminate Pokemon on that hunt, good lord. Mobile just exiles me from chat sometimes. Yeah, mobile is a butt. Like, YouTube's been acting weird for me today. Like, I had a couple of videos say this content is not available, and then it worked after I refreshed 3 times. Yeah, that Trico hunt was nuts, dude. I have no idea, like, that day my brain was, like, broken from how lucky I was. How in the hell, man? Like, I feel like I'm still chasing the high of getting Shroomish after 6 months. Because that was a disgusting, like, I was shaking, man. Like, the adrenaline rush was crazy. And that's why I can't go back to method hunting very much, because it doesn't feel the same. It really doesn't. I'm absolutely hooked on full odds, because it hits different. Especially when you get that crazy luckiness. You can't beat that. The build-up increases the payoff. Exactly. I think we need, like, less instant gratification. Because if you just do instant gratification, it messes with your brain. It gives you, like, so much dopamine that it doesn't even mean anything anymore. I like the grinds, because the journey is the biggest part. The destination happens when the destination happens. And that's why I like doing, like, art and stuff, because it takes a long time, and sometimes. Like, I'm a very fast artist, though. But, like, drawing, making a book, like, bookbinding, all of that, you gotta have the long-term payoffs to reset your brain from all of the stupid instant dopamine. Scarvio kind of ruins the community on the payoff. What is Scarvio? I have never heard of that before. What is that? Please educate me. Is that like an acronym or something? I've never heard of Scarvio. Oh, Scarlet and Violet. Okay, I feel silly. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. That took me a minute. Like, I have seen people hunt in that game, and especially on the Switch 2 version, they get like a million shinies at once, and I'm like, I don't want a shiny hunt in that game. It doesn't sound fun. Even if there are Pokemon that are new, it's not fun. You get them, like, without even trying. And then the methods are nuts from what I've heard, too. It's too much. I also don't like shiny hunting with overworld shinies. I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't like it. It seems way too easy. I feel like at least with Let's Go, I haven't played a lot of Let's Go, but at least with Let's Go, you have to kind of like refresh an area. So like you're seeing a lot at once, yeah, but it does still take a minute. But Scarlet Violet has like a million methods from what I've heard. And the overworld shinies, especially on the Switch 2, being like disgusting and all the glitches. I can't touch current gen very much. For shiny hunting specifically. Shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet feels like cheating. Like, they're way too easy. It would have been different if in newer games there were different colored shinies for different shiny rates. Right, like, if they had, like, multiple rarities, that would solve that problem a little bit, but... From what I've seen, people just get shinies every 2 seconds, and that's not fun to me. That just seems like a waste of... Like, it's not a waste of time, but the shinies don't feel as good. It's just like, oh, there's another one. Plus, those games have gone through a lot of issues, just coding-wise. Maybe in Gen 10, yeah. Hopefully in Gen 10 they, you know, fix that. I'm interested in, like, what... At this point, I'm less interested in shiny hunting in the new games, and I'm more interested in the lore and where they're going to set the new games, and what that's going to be like. Because I've kind of given up on shiny hunting in newer games. If I get a shiny, I get a shiny. I'm not going to try and seek one out specifically. But, like... Pokemon designs, where the region's going to be set, what kind of lore they work on. I really hope they do a Mexico region, because there's so much culture there, and so many cool, like, Aztec and Mayan gods they can base stuff off of, you know? Like, there's a lot there that they could use. That's, like, the #1 place I want to see done now that they've done France and the UK, which are my other top picks. But, like, Mexico region would go so hard. I want, like, a Quetzalcoatl Pokemon. That'd be sick. I think the only thing that sets shinies apart now are the metal titles. Yeah. Lore's been great in newer games. I know you mentioned they're focusing on more lore recently. Yeah. Like, I'm down for the lore, to a certain extent. I just don't like a lot of text to read with... you know, like, dialogue, I guess. Because what I really loved about the older games is you had to go out of your way to find the lore. Like, you had to go into a library and read the books. You had to find things yourself. You had to go into a weird cave and decipher the Braille, you know? I miss that kind of storytelling. I prefer, like, environmental storytelling to straight up just characters talking at you in video games. Ooh, god, triple Sableye, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. And a Zubat, of course. But yeah, like, I'm chill with, like, learning more about the Pokemon world and not focusing on shiny hunting. Although, the biggest issue with that is it makes the games less replayable. You know, like, once you finish the story, I don't really want to go back to it. And that's how I feel about Sword and Shield, too. Like, the shiny hunting isn't as bad there, but every time I see an overworld Pokemon, I'm scared I'm going to miss a shiny, and it freaks me out, because they're not shiny on the overworld. Definitely, the environmental storytelling is preferable. I think with Sun and Moon, they went way too far in the dialogue direction, and I feel like they did pull it back. But, oh my god. I think my biggest issue with Scarlet and Violet, storytelling-wise, is that it pulls you in two different directions, right? You either do Arven or, what's-her-face? The Captain Girl. I haven't played a lot of this, but, like, it just feels too... Like, you're being pulled in two separate directions, and it's, like, annoying. Like, I don't want a million objectives to do. I just want to get to the gyms. You know what I mean? I want the level of lore in the new games as told as Gen 2 and 3 exactly. Or 3 and 4. 100%. I feel the same way. Because I feel like the story itself is about the journey of the player. And yes, the legendaries have a part in that, and that gives you more of the lore. But if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty deep part of the lore, you got to go out of your way to find it. Because you have to be invested enough in going through the games. Storylines need to be more mature again, like maybe have an option if adults are playing versus kids. Right, and also I've heard, like, Black and White 2 having different difficulty settings. I think that's another thing that needs to be implemented too. Because, like, especially now with the EXP share always being on, and, like, all of the characters healing your Pokemon all the time, it doesn't feel as fun anymore because it's not difficult. It's so babying. And I'm glad that Legend ZA went more in a, like, more mature route for that, because I'm really enjoying ZA. I just don't have the attention span for it. Because I have other things that I play more. Stardew Valley has been just sucking my brain of all of its marrow. But, yeah. I definitely agree, like, we need some kind of, like, a toggle to be like, are you a new player? Are you a child? Or are you a series veteran? I think, like, veteran versus new would be, like, the two settings. And as a veteran player, you get more into the lore, and you also have, like, harder difficulty settings. I feel like that needs to happen. Because, obviously, they want kids getting into the franchise. They want the franchise to last as long as physically possible, and they have to make it accessible to kids. But you also have the people who have been playing since day one, who still love the franchise, but are, like, alienated by how dumbed down the game gets sometimes. Like, I don't want to be told what move is super effective against this Pokemon. I want that to be a toggleable option, because I know the type chart. I don't want to be babied. You know what I mean? So I think the storyline needs to be a bit more mature, and there needs to be, like, a veteran versus new player option. Because, like, yeah, a huge part of Pokemon's audience are adults who've been playing since they were kids. And they're the ones who actually have the money to buy these games. And not have to ask somebody to, you know, pay for them. And that's the bigger audience who gives you the money. So yeah, highly agree. Alright, it is time for my break. I'll be back in like 15-20 minutes. I just need to eat something. But I will put on a little BRB screen. I will adjust this mess here. And I'll see you back in a little bit. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I gotta fix my camera. Okay. Okay, nice. So while I figure that out, I do need to do the wheel. I feel like I want to do it on stream just so I have somewhere to have it recorded. This is for a Friday stream, so let's do that really quick. Okay, and we're going to be going to Gila, which wasn't even an option previously. And now that that's done, I'm going to hide that again and then fix my camera. This is like the big issue with having my phone be my camera. The app sometimes does not want to work. So let me just fix that really quick. And then we'll get back to hunting for a while. There we go. Now I got the link. Come on. There we go. We back. There we go. Okay, cool. Time to set myself back up with some music and we'll get back to hunting. There we go. Let me just fix the camera a little bit. Okay, nice. Just need to get back from... I don't know why YouTube like automatically goes to top chat all the time. It's so annoying. I totally forgot to pause the timers, but oh well. It's not a big deal. There we go. Now we're set back up. Like the one issue I have with the 2DS XLs is how big the touchscreen is, and sometimes I accidentally touch stuff with my fingers without wanting to. It's like my one gripe with that for shiny hunting. Two mill tanks, that's kind of crazy. I think my deal with the mill tank hunt is once I get everything else from the hordes, and I haven't gotten a mill tank yet, I'll probably just do random encounters. Because I do really want to get everything on this route, minus win gold. So if it gets to that point where I've had, duplicate, then I'm like, okay, now I'm just gonna run in the grass. I would love to get another shiny Aeron. Oh, dang it. Oh, come on. Oh well, that's okay. Hopefully it's not win goals. Quad win goals is depressing. Oh, quad win goals. Oh well. I mean, that's the most likely quad you can get, so... Oh, what? Okay. I love seeing the little gremlins, though. I love Sableye. I'm so surprised we haven't gotten the shiny in X yet. Usually the horde hunts pop off. And we're over odds by quite a bit. Oh, whoa. Jeez. Two Tauros is pretty good. Two 5%. Oh, we're gonna get to 5,000 for Miltank. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it there for today's stream, but that was a lot of fun, and we're definitely gonna be doing this again next Monday. Same time, 1 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. EST. So I'll see y'all later for continuing Phase 2, and hopefully we'll get something from Miltank at some point. And thank you to new subscriber, Master Moonstone. Loved hanging out with you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, Tay, as well. And we will continue this hunt.